salute, men. Men going their own way should be men leading the way. Bad boy D. Masculinity. TV. As a red pill man in this soy society, as I like to call it, I have nothing against MGTOW. Is MGTOW still even a big thing? Like, I know there's a lot of groups and communities and a lot of men who co-sign the principles. However, I'm not just gonna talk about MGTOW in this one. I'm gonna talk about a lot of groups and stuff that men get themselves into. The hive mind mentality that we should definitely avoid, especially if you are a leader type person or want to be the best version of yourself. This can apply to red pill, semen retention, NoFap, and MGTOW. There's a lot of people, it's almost like they join a cult. And I'm not dissing specifically you if you're down with that stuff, because I'm down with those principles big time. BBD's been doing NoFap videos. I dropped NoFap in my first little Like a Simp rap video 3.5 years ago. And a lot of MGTOW principles. That's a dang good video if you haven't seen it, my first one. However, you don't want to join groups. There's too much hive mind and groupthink. And part of being a high value masculine dude is being a leader, if you can be. And not everybody can be the top tier leader too. There are different levels. That's why there's lieutenants and sergeants and admirals and generals and things of that nature. However, we don't just want to associate ourselves with one particular group and latch on to that. I know it feels good, and we do. Camaraderie is important. However, I'm giving you my side of the coin because I've never felt that to be necessary, because that's the hardest red pill to swallow, is that nobody really cares about you. Everybody really cares about themselves. The camaraderie is great. Like, for example, I'm a recovered alcoholic. However, I never went to AA. I didn't feel it necessary. I didn't feel the requirement to share that type of stuff with people. However, for men who say went to a Cheers type of bar when they were a drinker and they had that close knit camaraderie, something like AA has been proven to be extremely helpful. However, with the climate of the world as it is right now, it's good to brace being as independent and having independent solitude, self-love, peace of mind. Social isolation and solitude is terrible for a man's psyche. However, using it, putting a positive spin on it, and learning to love yourself as much as possible is extremely important. And this, with what's going on right now, this is an excellent opportunity to do so. Don't be one of the drifters who just like to complain about stuff or take their ball and go home. Female nature is female nature, and unfortunately it's amplified times 10 with the way the world is right now. Because there is a lot of imbeciles in this world right now. I don't know whether it's a combination of the Wi-Fi waves with the fluoride in the water, and things are just going to get progressively worse. So yes, it can be quite comforting to have those groups where you can be with like-minded men, and that's part of what my channel's all about too. Like, that's why I love seeing your comments. We support each other. Iron sharpens iron. However, it should never be a toxic environment where complaining or blaming, anything that's low vibrational, for lack of a better term, is used. And that's the only reason I recently still used any social media at all, was to still be a part of the retention community and see what was going on in the Red Pill and MGTOW communities there. There is some good stuff going on. However, I don't think we should ever just full-fledged I'm a semen retentionite. I do semen retention. I'm Dan, BBD, and I do semen retention. I agree with principles, masculine principles, not blaming female nature or anything of that nature. I see a lot of butthurt, lonely dudes that aren't working on getting better. They drop the same comments, they say the same shit over and over again. And masculinity is about grabbing the bull by the horns and trying to fix the problem, not blaming others or being a victim of circumstance, because the way the hypnotic rhythm of the universe that the Most High created works is that those things happen to you for a reason, either paying the Pied Piper or to teach you a lesson, but nothing happens out of luck. I think I say this in half of my videos, but things don't happen to you, they happen for you. When you're just using it as a pacifier to complain with other men, recycling that toxic low-level behavior, it's not good. And I'm not saying all of y'all are doing it, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. There was a lot of it happening. That's why I've always been a huge proponent of selecting gems, being very selective of the gems that you accumulate in life. You can get great gems from some of these groups, and you're doing it for yourself because you're the man and you're the leader. You're accumulating these gems out of these groups and from content creators such as myself. Not everything I say pertains to you, but I guarantee you've gotten a lot of good stuff out of BBD's content. And true confidence and true masculinities, it takes time to figure out. If you're on a personal development journey, it takes time to figure out. There's a content creator I greatly respect. I'll put his picture right there. Shout out EO. He's a very smart man. And it was great news for me because my confidence has gone up in the past couple years, but he even said that his confidence didn't skyrocket or didn't reach its peak until he was 38. I'm 36, so that was great news for me, because I'm pretty damn confident as it is. And I'm not judging, it's an addictive behavior to have that fun. It's fun being in that lower level behavior where you can get things off your chest, yet just take the onus off you. It's not the way to be though. Don't be in a group. Be a leader. Work on not everybody's meant to be a leader, but I believe if you're driven to be in these spaces here, on channels such as this, you have it in you. You want it. And associating yourself with a group hive mind isn't the way to do it. You are you, and you're down with the good principles that you can learn from these different groups. Good philosophies that you can apply to your life. Good self-improvement habits like training and retention. Dopamine detoxes and cold showers, they're all fantastic. Implement as many as you can and keep them in your life, and your confidence will skyrocket that you've done it, you've attempted it. If you can stick on them, even better. But the Illuminati, baby, is all about divide and conquer. They want men hating women. I'm sure they're totally pleased with the MGTOW movement. Heck, they probably manufacture half of the love dolls. Those things look fantastic. The booties and the boobs on them things are better than a real woman's. And they don't poop or talk or do any of that other malarkey. I ain't gonna lie, BBD was pretty tempted looking at some of them. And as far as female nature goes, men, we don't go our own way, we lead the way. We set the example. We might have to be martyrs in this life for maybe a better future. At least some of us stand up and use some of the old school masculine principles and ensure that women are feminine and submissive and are down with our programs, and use our intellect to show them that their lives are going to be happier when they do it. Then honestly, the world is doomed. If men don't lead the way, instead of going your own way, lead the way. That's the only way there's any future left for this world. If there is, but at least we can try to do our part. Appreciate you dropping by. Check out my latest video right there. I'll drop another one down yonder. I'll drop another one right there. And subscribe to BBD, my crazy avatar, right there. I'm out of here. Peace.